The deployment of 5G technology is going to require the construction of hundreds of thousands of new wireless antennas in close proximity to where people live, work, and play. In some neighborhoods, there may not be any telephone poles, streetlights, or other structures on which to place these new wireless antennas, and putting up new poles is expensive and often requires permits or zoning variances. It's a real problem for the wireless companies. But they have an idea. Suppose they could place their wireless 5G antennas right on the top of one of the homes in a neighborhood. Maybe the home of someone who loves technology, is happy to take the money, and isn't worried about any health consequences. It turns out the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, has an old rule called the OTARD Rule, which stands for Over-the-Air Reception Device. The rule was adopted as part of the 1996 Telecommunications Act, and it prohibits any local authority or private landlord from restricting the right of homeowners or tenants to install a satellite dish or other antenna to receive video signals. Back in 2002, in response to the fast-growing internet, the FCC changed the wording of this rule to include transmitting antennas as well as receiving antennas. But even then, the antenna had to be primarily for use by the tenant or homeowner. The OTARD rule has never, ever applied to transmitting antennas intended to send signals to other people in the neighborhood. Until now. The FCC has quietly proposed a change in the OTARD rule that would cover what they call hubs. This would allow any homeowner to have a 5G wireless antenna installed on his property and, according to the FCC, empower consumers to help bring competitive wireless broadband to their communities by hosting hub sites. Since the antennas will be on private property, there will be no hearing, no notice, no opportunity to object. You might not even know about it, unless, of course, you had a meter to measure the radiation. We think the FCC is vastly exceeding its authority in making this change to the OTARD rule. What Congress originally intended as a way for Americans to get cable TV signals and internet is now being used by wireless companies as a fast and inexpensive way to get their 5G antennas into neighborhoods, even if most of the people don't want them. It's time for the FCC to stop using taxpayer dollars to promote the interests of wireless companies and instead fulfill its mission to protect the health and safety of the American people.